Hello fellow zombie apocalypse survivors, and welcome back to Chaos Cabin, a console gaming channel. My name's Mike. I have a bit of bad news. This was going to be the first Horde Night episode. However, between the last video and this video, I had a hard drive crash. And I lost a metric buttload of files. Among them was day 789, which would be the Horde Night. But do not despair. I'm going to have the second Horde Night, day 14 Horde Night. We're going to run that instead, which will be a lot more action and excitement to it than the first Horde Night, where I only had about 5 zombies, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to try and make that interesting. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you what I've done to the cabin to make it a little more Horde Night worthy, and then we'll go into the Horde Night. So let's go. At this point, I'm nearly done building the shooting balcony around the perimeter of the cabin. What I'm doing now is replacing the cobblestone frame plates that are adjacent to the cabin with wood frame ramps, because once they've been upgraded 2 times, they'll be much stronger. Initially they're 200 points, and then you upgrade them for another 200, and then upgrade them once more for another 200, so they're 3 times as strong. That shouldn't be a problem this early in the game, but I like to future-proof something. So I'm building them for later on when I encounter zombie cops who can vomit toxic waste up and dissolve them, dissolve the cobblestone plates, or explode and blow the plates off. This way I've got some place to step back onto. I'm going to go around the house and upgrade these plates. That's the first time, and then that's the second time. Now, if I had iron, I could upgrade that one more time and make it much stronger, but this early in the game, it's kind of rare to have enough iron to do that. Notice the green frame around this wood railing piece as I set it in there. That's why the last piece on all 4 corners has to be done from the ground, because the game sees that flat piece as an entire block. And since it sees there already being a block there, you can't put it in from here. What you have to do is go around to the outside, nerd pull up, and attach it from the outside up against one of those existing blocks that where it appears to be no block at all, but there actually is in the game's programming. Again, nerd pulling is where you place one block and then you jump on top of it, look straight down, jump, and deploy another block using the left trigger. And you do that until you're at the height you need to be. Once again, pay attention to the green frame, because that's how the system sees the build. I'm going to need to do that on all 4 corners, but I'm not going to make you watch me because I'm a nice guy. Ah, crap. I am being attacked while I'm up on this nerd pole. I'm going to switch to a club, and I'm going to hop down off of here and run like hell. This is the sort of thing that you can expect when you're trying to build a house in the zombie apocalypse. Damn, I just landed on a cactus. Ah, shoot, there's a buttload of them. And there's an ankle biter. I need to make it to the road. I much prefer fighting groups of zombies on the road. That way I can see them, the crawlers are not hidden by the weeds, and it's easier to find the bodies when it's time to harvest them. I'm going to go taunt these guys out here onto the road if I can find... Oh, there's a big boy. Yeah, those guys are pretty tough, especially early game. I'm going to taunt these out onto the road, take them on out there. Okay, I need to back off down the road a little bit, maybe collect my thoughts and change my pants. A swing and a miss. Crap. Oh crap, they're tag teaming me now. Back up, buy some time. Okay, now I need a snack. That's some hungry making work. Okay, back on the clock. Oh, Tag, you're dead. Yeah, come here, freight train. Let's play. I'm going to lead these guys back down to the base so I don't have 2 miles to walk to harvest them. That little bastard broke my leg. Alright, I'm going to be back for you. I've got to check and see if I've got a splint. Of course I don't. Here's a pro tip. When their head does that, it takes the fight right out of them. Always remember to check your 6. Make sure you're not backing into trouble. Oh, I think I got him somewhere special. Oh, he's not stopping. That would stop me. And one for good measure. And now for that little weenie that broke my leg. Sweet dreams, ankle biter. Looks like I'm clear, so I'm gonna loot these meat sacks and then get back to working on the base. I'll see you in a few minutes. Oops, stepped in one. Let me show you what I've done to the base so far. You can see that the firing balcony is complete. It goes out a total of 3 blocks. One is a ledge that I can stand on and not get attacked from cops and that sort of thing. The other 2 I can fire through. And I've got all the railing up now, so that's good. And then if I look down in here, you can see where I've put traps in there because I know they're going to get through the door. And that way they'll come in there, fall in those holes, and they'll be much easier targets than if they're running back and forth at 100 miles an hour like they tend to do at night. Now I'm going to go down to the first level and upgrade and repair this wood as best I can Remember, all I have at this point is wood. I'm going to fill this little corner in because I don't want a zombie to wander back there, get stuck, and then perhaps tear out my ladder. Now I've got to upgrade this floor. Where's a good place to start? Good enough. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add a few spikes around the perimeter to give it that meat grinder effect. I'll be using the time-honored classic wood log spike. These each require 20 wood. And of course, use the right trigger to spin it around till you've got it the way you want it, and then the left trigger to place it. I'll go all the way around the perimeter like this. Now I'm going to go outside here and make a little bit of modifications to the exterior. First, I'm going to knock off these columns that held up the old roof, and then I'm going to turn what's left of this porch into traps, kind of like I did on the inside. And then I'm gonna lay down more wood blocks around the rest of the building, and I may have to go collect some supplies for that. I think I'm running pretty low on wood. One thing I'm not sure I mentioned is that when you do chop something like this down, if you look in the lower right hand corner, I am collecting wood, so it's kind of like chopping down a tree. You could chop down a house for its wood. Another thing I should mention is that if you're going to do something like this, you need to start at the top. If you start at the bottom, you chop out the bottom block, and then the blocks above it just fall down and collapse, and you can smack the pile that's left, but you don't get as much return. Now I like to clear the grass and shrubs around my base, and that's so I can see what's coming at me. It's harder for the crawlers to hide if the grass is gone. I have worked right up to the last minute on this project. It is almost 2,200 hours, and that is, of course, Horde Night, when the blood moon comes up and the yard is filled with targets, or zombies. So I'm going to get up inside my base and get ready to take them on. Ah, the beautiful blood-drenched sky of Horde Night. It's breathtaking. I better close that. It would suck to fall down in there. You can hear my stomach growling. I'd better get some food in me before this starts. I'm going to cook up a little bit of bacon and eggs. All right, there's the sound. It is officially 2,200 hours on Horde Night. Time for the festivities to begin. Oh man, are you hearing all that? Sounds like they're hungrier than I am. All right, here we go. All right, notice how those traps are keeping them from running back and forth. It kind of confuses them, and they just stick right there. And it makes it a lot easier to fire on them. If they're running back and forth at night, they're really fast, and you mostly just waste arrows or bullets or whatever you have. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to crouch, and it'll give me a completely different firing angle. Use that trick to your advantage. Just don't forget you're crouched, because if you're crouched and you need to run, you can't run, and so it'll probably kill you and tear your flesh off. Man, that guy is shifty. Tag, you're it. I should have mentioned this earlier, but you see that on-screen prompt that says press Y, or in the case of the PlayStation, triangle, to pick up cobblestone frame plate. Do not do that while you're in the middle of a fight like this, because you'll pick up that plate and then drop through and end up the primary character in a feeding frenzy. Now, the way these guys jump is pretty random and chaotic, and about the time you start to get it figured out, they shift positions. So that makes it tough. Scream for me, monkey boy. It's pretty dark down there, and that makes it kind of hard to see and kind of hard to target Normally I'll put a couple of torches on the exterior wall of the base all the way around, and that makes it a lot easier to see, but I just ran out of time before Horde Night this time. You might remember that block party out in the street earlier today. Oh hey, I haven't checked inside the house yet. It doesn't look like they've got in here so far. I think the traps on the outside are keeping them occupied. I think what I'll do in the future is put in more doors and add stairs on the outside so they can easily get inside and then get into that meat grinder area. Alright, it sounds like it's quieted down out here, although I do hear the sound of somebody jumping on something. Looks like some dumbass has got hung up on the mailbox out there. Now you can rest. Well, things have gotten really quiet. I don't know if this is just a lull or if it's over for tonight, but I think I'm gonna go inside and get something to eat, sort some inventory. Well, it's 4:30 in the morning, and that may have been the last one. I'm gonna walk the perimeter here and look and see if there's any other activity. Normally the first couple of weeks they go pretty easy on you. We didn't see any of the higher level zombies in tonight's Horde Night. The higher level zombies will be like an infected cop who is a great big tubby guy, and he will vomit toxic waste at you, and it'll kill you or damage your base. And then you also have infected Dobermans and a spider zombie that will climb up the walls, and a feral white. The feral white is a 7-foot tall, naked, all white giant that is relentless and really hard to kill. They start showing up after the first 2-3 weeks, maybe 3-4 weeks. So you got that to look forward to. It is about 5 a.m. and Horde Night is officially over at 6. That's when the dead slow back down. At that time, I'll go downstairs, I will harvest them, and then I will come back and show you what loot I was able to collect.
So the loot I collected is in the right-hand panel, the top 2 rows. What I've got there is moldy sandwiches, which you can actually eat, but it knocks back your stamina and your health a little bit, but you do recover from that. Rotten meat that I can use to make fertilizer later. Fat that I can use to make torches and a few other things. Some bones that I can use to make bone shivs and glue. And duct tape that you use in a variety of recipes, some vitamins that will boost my health, a bandage that will stop bleeding if I get attacked by a dog or a zombie and I'm bleeding out, a couple of jars of fresh water, some 7.62 rounds that will go with the AK-47, the hunting rifle, or the sniper rifle, once I get it, some painkillers, and some 9mm rounds to go with the gun that I just collected. That'll be really handy. Looks like 3 iron arrows, some shotgun shells, and 1 yucca seed and some shorts. So I finally have some clothes to wear. Alright, my friend, let me know what you think of this simple wooden base, and let me know what else you'd like to see. I was actually kind of toying with the idea of trying to spend a Horde night outside the base with just nothing but a club and my bow and arrow. So let me know if you're interested in that. Might be kind of amusing. I'll probably die a lot. So yeah, let me know what you think.
Alright friends, that was Horde Night in the quick and easy cabin that I built. So let me know what you thought of that, and like, subscribe, share, all the stuff. And come back for subsequent videos where we'll be tackling things like how to do gardening so you don't run out of food, how to obtain the forge, how to obtain the mini bike, how to interact with the trader more efficiently. I will show some of the horde bases I've built, kind of a better homes and zombies sort of thing. So come back, make sure you ring the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.